So here we are with turn 8, and again some random movements on behalf of Wellington and Cuesta. Nothing changed much. He carried on with that cavalry, the Spanish cavalry, bringing them into the woods there. Messed around and sort of cleared his front line a little bit, pulled back a little bit in the centre there, so that's going to hopefully give us time to charge a decent battery in a second. Also pulled away here, kept that guard still bunched up as he did there with the guards and line troops there. Spanish cavalry just going on a random mission on their own. Okay, they're going to be potentially attacking the flanks. We're going to have to think about putting them into square then. I think that's hopefully in cover of that artillery there. Didn't really do much here. All their cavalry is all tangled up in the woods, so that's good for us. And a very strange battery. We're scared of something in there. Maybe the Yetis, or not Yetis, Bigfoot and things like that in the woods. So that's a strange battery. It'd be nice to be able to attack that and see if we can with those skirmishers. And in the south, he carried on bringing some more Spanish into the woods, and they're approaching the guard there as well. So the guard are probably going to get involved in this turn, and he moves his cavalry up from the south, along from Tagus, this area here, and then he replaced them with some line troops. So we're going to keep an eye on them, just because I don't want them to sneak up behind. Potentially, I might think about breaking down some of these dragoons into dismounted infantry, but we'll see. Right, as always, back up to the north and start to bring these troops down and sweep them into an attacking position. Slow and steady, but it'll be worth it. So one comes down there, one comes down there, and points to move. No. Cavalry, we'll carry on bringing those to our right flank. And we'll leave some cavalry there just in case. Bring them round, actually bring them down a couple of steps and start to advance with them. Have a crack at the Spanish. Holding out much longer than I thought they would with artillery fire. And bring this horse battery down nearer the front as well. Gonna take these chasseurs à cheval, bring them across the river. And there we go, so that's good, they're good there. We won't start pressing, might bring them down a little bit. But we won't start pressing with the 2nd Division here, they're still there, they've been there from the start. Happy with that, they're nice, rested, fresh, good quality troops to bring to bear on Wellington and Cuesta's mix that he's got up there. We'll deal with that cavalry in a second. What we got here then? So artillery wise, who can we have a go with? We'll have a go at the Spanish. Potentially another go with the Spanish. Can't because we're not facing them. But we will have a go at these British that are bunched up. Yeah, we can see them, so we're going to have a go at the artillery. These guys, 2 leaders in there. Wonder who they are. Don't know and don't know. So we fired at them. Have a go here. They look like they're bunched up. They are indeed. So we'll have a go at the bunched up troops. And I'll have another go. Say, can't see the guard. Or their guards, so we'll keep them at bay. Other artillery we got up here, they can see the foot guards and the Coldstreams, so we'll definitely have a go at them. Not as successful as last time. Can they see them? They can't see them, but they can see these bunched up troops. Bad. These light guns, they can see them. The glutton for punishment just staying there all bunched up. And we got some artillery here. Now, they can see that cavalry, 400 old men, heavies. I'm going to have a crack at them. So we've had artillery here. They can also, I doubt that's in their arc of fire. No, they can see these troops here. Right, that's about all the artillery that I've got at the moment. So get rid of that, and then start to see what we can do. So I've moved my troops up on my right, and I'm going to actually start bringing in this counter-attack. Now, this battery, without doubt, is my biggest threat up front. They've left it right out there. It's dangerous, but you can see everybody that's in front of it. Good field of fire, so we're going to deal with that. We don't have a leader. There's our next leader. Right. Sauvignon, you're going to come forward and lead a charge into the flank of this artillery. Okay. Face them, I'm going to soften them up, hopefully take some of the artillerymen with some musket fire. Also the same with our snipers, our light troops and skirmishers. Now hopefully, quality B, they've got 8 guns, 2 leaders there. I just want to be sure that I'm going to take these guns, so what I'm going to do is bring in another unit. Also with leaders. Flank attack. Okay, it's an attack from the front, so these guys are going to cop it a little bit. I've got plenty of reserves back here. Got to get rid of these guns. That's my main priority. So melee with these guys. You fix some bayonets as well. Nasty, but not. That could have been a lot worse than this. Became disordered. What to do? Let's hope the dice rolls in our favour. It did. Oh, wiped out the batteries. Happy days. Happy with that. We got rid of that immediate threat. Okay, we lost a few troops and they became disordered. But as I said, we've got a lot of people to actually follow them up and back them up. King's German Legion here, so we're going to get rid of them. They are facing to the north, so I'm going to bring these guys down. And also these guys. Give them an awful lot of volley. A lot of musket fire. We've got a leader there. That's the artillery corps leader. Where's my leaders on top? So he's artillery. Anonymous. Jourdan, I don't want to risk him on the front line. Let's get Le Plan in there. Le Plan with these guys. 2nd Brigade. 1st and 95th Line. Yeah, he's got the 1st Brigade. You go home and lead that attack here on in. So we pushed them back pretty even, but we sort of won the fight. Okay, we're disordered, but we've got a leader there. Hopefully they can sort themselves out a little bit. Bring a skirmisher there, deal with the Spanish. Bring these guys across the river. Have they undisordered? They have indeed, so we'll bring them into the attack as well. These guys can move down. And these light troops as well, why not? Do we have enough movement points to take? Retberg and Lawson, get some leader points. We do indeed. So we got 2 captains there. All in all, quite a nice attack. Pleased with how that went. I'm going to keep these guys up here as a reserve. But I can bring my artillery, I said, into this gap down here. So Victor, you get up there and join Belay. Across the river. Sort yourselves out behind this high ground. You guys as well. Okay, so I'm just moving my cavalry there because I'm going to try and bring them across the river, get them into the battle. And by everybody, or hopefully by the AI putting a lot of people or a lot of units into square, it's going to make my attack a little bit easier because line and column versus square will win 9 times out of 10, I hope. Famous last words. So we're going to get my cavalry into position up in that gap up here. The Dragoon is going to bring them up here. So Colonel Anonymous didn't do anything for the scaredy cats, and they didn't sort themselves out. Not to worry at all. Up here, Skirmish is going to have a go at the Spanish cavalry to no effect, no problem. We are going to go into square. Square is our only real defensive formation against cavalry, so it's about all we can do. We don't want to do it last minute in case they disorder. They can disorder even if they're not attacked, just because of the proximity, particularly because they haven't got a leader there. We'll soon sort that and bring Liger Belair in. But yeah, but even enemy units, especially with low quality troops, the proximity of them can cause them to disorder as well. Especially on the newer engines, Waterloo especially, and Wellington's Peninsular War. I have noticed that they go through almost like an additional disorder check. Skirmisher line, bring them forward. We're going to have to deal with these guards before long, unless artillery beats us to it. Interesting. Right. There's something a little bit different here. I'm going to actually put these guys in line, face them this way. That's because, as I said before, troops in line, okay, we've got square there, but troops in line have an awful lot more firepower than square. And if these cavalry actually decide to attack the line, we might bring or take a lot more with them potentially. But all of these troops might then come in and attack us in square. So risk reward kind of thing. I'm going to keep them in line, and if they come into this hex in the middle, I can beat them. Otherwise, they're going to come on my flank. But to avoid that, I can bring these guys up and put them in line, as I am with these guys, as I am with these guys. Bring these up in reserve, bolster my immediate reserves a little bit. Use artillery so he can stay. Is he? No, he's not, so he can come with us. And there we go. So, what else have we got? Bring these line troops down. Now, because they're quality C, they might disrupt. Or, yeah, they do. Never mind. Hopefully they'll be able to sort themselves out. Ray can get straight in and go and sort them out. Lapis with his guys. Come down the hill. And have a crack. Not a bad volley. Now, where are we looking here? Not too bad. Might sort my reserves out a little bit. Let's bring them here. They're in line. They can come out of line. Come forward a little. Let's bring these guys. These guys. And come more in the centre. Where's their supply? Yep, bring that forward a little bit. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that at the moment. Right, what have we got here? So, the Germans then, not the best quality troops, and these Shropshires have actually turned around this time. I think they're back to us last time. So give them volley fire. And who have we got here? We've got some Poles. Poles have got a leader. How many have they got? So those Fusiliers are facing away from us. They're disordered. And let's go in and charge them, get them out of the way, hopefully. So push them back, I hope. Yeah, nice attack that. Facing away from us, they were disordered, they had to cross the river, we did quite well. Now we've got Spanish cavalry there, and Cossacks and some heavies, so I'm more worried about the heavies than the Cossacks, even though there is more Cossacks. We could try and break these guys actually, but with German troops and low ammo, so the first thing we're going to do is bring a supply cart up near the front. Let me think, but we do have other troops here, so I'm going to give it a go, see if we can make an impact. And we did, not too bad. Now that cavalry might decide to attack, so we'll bring these guys forward. Do we have enough to go into square? We do. Have another go at them. Bring these guys forward in line. So they've had a bit of a rough time of it. I bet you now he'll change that gun around cockpit, but what can you see from that hex anyway? Yeah, but you can see them. Never mind. We'll see what happens. So these guys in square, just in case these break, they are going to go disordered and potentially go back and disorder that square, but we got that artillery backing them up, so it's not too bad a position, not too worried about it there. Press forward with my skirmish line, just in case there's any hidden units in there, which there isn't. Happy days. And continue this probe forward. Now my garrison troops, I'm going to bring them down, or start to bring them down the road. Got some broken skirmishes, I thought we might. They're the Germans. Okay, get them out of the way, get them out of the road. Bring these guys up to bolster them there. Chasseurs de Cheval, we said we were going to bring them up here. So that's not a bad position actually. If that cavalry does come, you can have a counter charge from the high ground in an ideal world. That would be quite nice. We'll keep them away, keep it out the way of the artillery though, just in case it blocks a opportunity fire chance. And then we get to the south, to around Talavera and the Spanish. So they're building up, and the longer I leave these disordered troops here, the more likely they are to actually start to undisorder and sort themselves out. But I don't have masses and masses of troops here, so what I might do is, let me think, these dragoons here, come up here and change them into unmounted troops, or dismounted troops should I say. These are a guard. Didn't really want to use them, though I wanted to ideally have them as a reserve at the start. But that's what reserves are for, to fill in gaps and bolster places where they're needed. So they're going to get straight into the action when they arrive. So down here. There we go. Wouldn't say they're the best quality, so bayonets fixed and crack on. Push them back, happy days. Now these guys should be able to. Oh, movement as they can't turn. And they're not facing target, so can't really do anything with them at the second. Well, we push them back, and next time we're going to move these troops into the woods. They're going to disorder. However, we want to open up our cavalry, so do we have any dragoons? Some hussars, they'll do nicely. Bring them in there. And Milhor himself is going to lead those hussars in a charge, hopefully, if those troops, or if there's any troops in the road. Rest of the guys, they're going to come down. I'm going to bring them to bolster here. Bring them on the road. Okay, what else have we got? Right, not the best troops. We'll try and push the Spanish back. Just relying on the Spanish not being that great. Not that many of them. See how we get on. Good, so we managed to push them back as well. Bring those guards, yeah, we can. Let's try and think what else we could do here. I haven't got any massive force, and they're not the best quality troops, and they've got cover there in that chapel. And there's a lot of troops there. Better dealing with the flank first, and then bringing these numbers down. Can dismount more dragoons if I wanted to, and actually using that. So it looks like I am actually going to press up with Talavera now. So my initial plan of steamrolling, it is going according to plan in some respects. In the north, it's taken more time than I thought to sweep round, just because everybody ran away. Those Spanish ran away. And then they decided in the centre to actually attack me, so that caught me off guard a little bit. But that's why we have plans. Plans are meant to be broken, and as long as you adapt to the situation, we had a bit of foresight to think, well, in this case, if he did that, then we have to do this sort of thing. We haven't committed everybody. We've got a very strong reserve in the centre. All our troops, even though they've been marching for the last 8 turns, are all fresh. The best quality, but they are still fresh. And the Spanish have forced our hand to a certain extent by creeping into the woods. I know we were probing, but hopefully that's going to leave Talavera wide open, but we'll see. Alright, I'll get back to you after the Allies do the